Hello, my friends. Hope you are all doing well. I hope that doesn't show you my ceiling, but I apologize. I thought I had flipped my camera down. Oh, good. Looking at the replay, it does show that it covered it straight down. Happy Saturday, my friends. Hope you are all doing well. I just want to make sure that I'm good to go on seeing my screen, and we are ready to go. I hope that you are all doing well. Happy Saturday. Welcome in. Hello, Patty. Good. I had not flipped the screen, so I was hoping it didn't show up on the actual video, which it did not. So happy Saturday, my friends. Today is Saturday, April 12th, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you are watching live here on YouTube, if you are live, please say hello. And if you are catching the replay, please let me know as well. I'm so excited whether you are new here or returning. If you are new here, my name is Tammy Savello and welcome to Cards by TLC. And I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of the San Francisco Bay Area. Well, today, my friends, we will be playing with the LinkedIn bundle. Now, this is an outgoing bundle that can be found in the outgoing January to April mini catalog. This is also on the last chance. So that means once the items are gone, they're gone. So if you like what you see today and like this bundle, please go ahead and head on to my online store if you don't have this bundle. All of the supplies will be listed on my blog post. I'm probably going to post it later today just because there's a time frame. So I probably will post the blog later on today. So if you are looking for the supplies in today's project, please head over there. Good morning, Angelique. Like I said, we are playing with the LinkedIn bundle. This is on the last chance, but we are also playing with the brand new 2025-2027 in colors. I absolutely love these colors. I just love how bright and bold. Last year's in colors are more pastels. These are bright and bold. I am all about, especially this time of year, with spring and summer approaching, I really like to focus on these bright, bold colors. So the new in colors are Strawberry Slush, which if you are been around with Stampin' Up! For a while, it is a returning favorite. I absolutely love this pink. It's a fantastic pink. We also have Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling, Secret Sea, right here, and Cloud Cover. So these are fantastic. I really like Secret Sea. This is becoming, it's almost as if Night of Navy and Basic Black were to marry together. So, and then we have Cloud Cover. Let's talk about Cloud Cover. So typically you have 5 in colors of the ink pads. Cloud Cover, my friends. I absolutely love this. This is a fantastic gray blue. So unfortunately with Cloud Cover, the ink pad and the re-inker are not available. The markers are fine. The Stampin' Blends are fine, but when they made the ink pad, unfortunately, it did not mesh. The colors did not mesh. It turned out more gray than blue-gray when you stamped it. So unfortunately, but the one thing that I absolutely love about Stampin' Up! Is their color coordination and quality control. When those two don't mesh together, they have to pull it. And I really respect that they do that because they are really big on quality control. So let's go ahead and dive in. Of course, we want to see the project we are doing today. Here is our project, and I focused on Secret Sea, Cloud Cover in the background, and then I also focused on Strawberry Slush. So if you are in my live today, I'm giving you the opportunity to play with strawberry slush, which we already have the supplies if we do both colors, or we can show Darling Duckling. If you want to see this as is, let me know. But if you vote for Darling Duckling, we can go ahead and do our ink blending in the Darling Duckling. So let me know if you'd like to see that. We will play with that color combo, because the good thing about Darling Duckling, it looks fantastic with Secret Sea. So either way, it could go perfectly fine. But in the meantime, let's talk about the bundle. I absolutely love this bundle. It is a 3-part bundle. We have our stamp set, coordinating dies, which has some geometric shapes in there and some flowers and some foliage. And then we have our building masks. I absolutely love about the building masks. And what I love about these masks is you can either use 1 mask, you can use 2 masks, 3 masks, or all 5 masks. We are using masks 1, 3, and 5 today on the project. Patty says, let's try it. So we have 2 samples for my posts. Good idea. So let's go ahead and do Darling Duckling. So like I said, it is buildable masks, and it has these little notches that help line up where you want to build up. So that's what we're going to be doing today. But what I love about these geometric, other than 5, it might make a decent mask, but all these other geometric shapes, you can have fun and play with it. So let's go ahead and bring in our Darling Duckling, because we're going to be doing some blending, folks. Let's go ahead and go over the sizes and dimensions really quick. We have our Secret Sea at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We have, instead of cloud cover, we're going to go ahead and do Darling Duckling. Look at that. These were my school colors growing up, blue and gold, so I love that. We have our inside panel of basic white, 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have the front panel, which is going to be 3 3/4 by 5. And then we are also going to decorate and stencil onto our envelope today. So let's just go ahead and then I have already pre-cut some flowers out in colors, and then our leaves are going to be in Old Olive, and then our oval, oopsie, hold please, and then our oval shapes. We can either try the cloud cover, or we can do white, or we can do the Darling Duckling. So we'll see how it all comes together at the end. But first and foremost, let's just go ahead and do our stenciling. Now for this, let me get some tape really quick, my Post-it tape. I want to at least kind of stick this down so it stays on there. Now I'm just using some Post-it tape that I can easily remove that. That way that stays down there. And then I am going to grab a pencil really quick, or a marker, and I'm going to line stencil number 1 up on there. And the paper is actually just a little bit smaller, which is fantastic. You can either make it go all the way out, but I did it at 3 3/4 by 5, just because I didn't want to have to trim down at the end. So there's just a little bit of coverage that it's not going to get, but it'll cover the whole panel, if that makes sense. So these have little notches at the top right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put that down. So when I line up my next stencil or mask, I always call them stencils. I have a hard time calling them masks. In my opinion, they are stencils. And then I'm going to come in with a nice clean brush, because I like to do For the ink colors, I like to have their own brushes. But you can use a yellow, if you have yellows like that have Daffodil Delight or whatever, you can use that as well. But I just want to, with the ink colors, I just want to give them their own color brush. And I'm going to come out here and just kind of blend out. And I'm just kind of giving it a nice light color because I want to come in a little bit darker with the next stencil. So I'm just going to kind of give it a lighter color, and then I'll go in heavier with my next stencil. And then let me show you what I have to clean the stencils. I just have a little bucket here. I need to get a flatter bucket, but I just have my chamois here, and I am just going to wipe this up. Look how pretty that first layer is. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm just going to wipe this up with my chamois. Right here in the bucket. I just didn't want to get my paper wet. And that just comes up real nicely, cleans up real nice with the chamois. Come on, yellow, come off. Don't make a liar out of me. And then I just come in with a cloth here, microfiber cloth, and just kind of pat that down because I don't want to crinkle or mess up this nice intricate of that stencil. Now I'm going to come in with stencil number 3, and again I'm going to line that up just like so. Put my, there we go. Put my little Post-its down, and then I am going to, you need new brushes for the new ink colors. Well, I'm glad I reminded you. Now I'm going to come in with my yellow again, just slightly tap that off, but I'm going to come in darker. And that's going to leave these little triangles on the inside. Really want to add that color on there, really heavy. I love blending. I absolutely, like, if I need to just sit down, I just love to sit down with my blending brushes. And some people like to color. I love to color, but I love to blend. I love to ink blend. Okay, see how, can you guys see how those triangles are coming in real nicely? I think I want to come in just a little bit darker towards the bottom. Yes. That is actually a really great idea. Patty says I could do a whole bunch of blended backgrounds and keep them in a stack and pair them with like my card candy like I did last week. That is fantastic. That is a really good idea. I think I'm going to do that, Patty, because it really does like calm me. And right now I really need that. You know, when you've had those weeks where just things just didn't come into play, and it messes with your creativity. I have definitely had one of those weeks. but we are here crafting, and I love coming here on my Saturdays crafting with you. Although next Saturday, we're doing a yard sale, so I won't be crafting with you live, but I hope to have a pre-recorded video for you. If not, I will definitely have you come check out my playlists that I have on my channel here. But let's go ahead and move forward. We are going to do mask number 5. And that is, hello, mask number 5. Where are you at? Here's mask number 5. And these are those little dots. And that is where I'm going to come in with the Secret Sea color. Patty, you just gave me some fun afternoon creativity, because as I talked last Saturday with my card candy, this can be part of my card candy. Okay, let's go ahead and I know it brings me joy. That's what it's all about. Patty's joy is coloring. My joy is blending. What is your guys' creativity joy? What do you guys like to sit down and do? Are you a colorer? Do you like to play with masks? Do you like to blend? What is your creativity mojo? Oh, do a whole series of colors. That would be fantastic. Now I'm going to come in with my Secret Sea. And blend our dots. Ooh, that was a little aggressive there. That's really dark. Well, now we're going to have to go in really, really dark with these dots. Angelique loves watercoloring. Jenny's not sure, but we gave her something to think about. I know Patty's is coloring. I think crafting in general brings people joy. But it's always nice to see what people's thing that they really, really love to do. Like some people like to fussy cut, just sit down and fussy cut a bunch of things. Sarah says happy mistakes turn out to be good. She likes the darker dots. Perfect. I know, right? Look. Voila. This one is more light and this one is more dark. Yay! We did it, friends. Look how pretty that is. Aren't these masks fun? Like I said, you can make any geometric shape. You can do all 5 of these. So pretty. Sarah, you love die cutting. Well, I love die cutting too. I am, in fact, our dear friend Patty here in the chat. I'm her die cutting fairy. If you've ever heard her on her lives, refer to her die cutting fairy. So I do enjoy die cutting. Can you just show the 2 masks you didn't use? I haven't used these yet. Sure. On the project or just in, like in stamping in general? Let me know, Patty, if you want to have me show you. Just show. Okay. Hang on. Let me clean these off better. I will show them in just one second. I want to clean up my masks while I can. One second. This one needs a little bit more cleaning up. So let me get these back in order. There we go. So hold on just one second, Patty. Okay, so we have mask number 1, which is what we did on the first mask. We have mask number 2, which it lines up on the inside. Mask number 3, which we did, those are our little diamond shape. We have mask number 4 and mask number 5, which are our dots. So it looks like you just kind of line that up and it gives the inside piece. And then you have the diamond that makes it a little bit darker. And then we have this piece that kind of goes within the diamond. And then we have our dots. No problem, you're welcome. She just wanted to see the shapes. Okay, let's go ahead and come back in with our card base. And oh, we got to do, hold up, we got to do our envelope flap. We're going to do the envelope flap with these masks. Hopefully I can make that work. Yes. So I'm going to come in like so. I'm going to open up my envelope flap. Let's line the top of this mask right there on the top of the envelope. Mask number 5 would be pretty on its own. Do you think we should do that on the envelope flap? Just to see what it looks like by itself? Love to know in the chat if you think number 5 we should go ahead and just do the dots by itself. Jen says yes. So I think what we're going to do is do that. Patty says, oh yes, but just a portion and let it fade out. Like come in from one side and let it fade. Okay. Like an ombre. Only problem is the dots don't go all the way across. So I think, okay, that goes there. That can go there. We just won't really have it on the edge. I can always move it over. Let's see here. Just let it fade away. Okay. So do we do yellow? Let's go ahead and do the yellow dots. Or do we do the secret C do we do the secret C in the dots, or do we do the Darling Ducklings as the dots? Let me show you the front panel piece. So this is our piece. Secret C, and Patty says either. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to re-ink since I did a lot of ink. And we're going to start off, we might need to re-ink a little bit. And then we'll fade out. Okay, everybody's saying Secret C. So we'll start off dark. And start to fade out. Moment. Oh, look how pretty that is. So we have, oh, the top part got a little bit. So we have the dark going into the light. Look how matchy-matchy that is. That's cute. It almost looks laser cut. Absolutely. Okay, good idea, Patty. Thank you. So we have our matching envelope. We now have our panel that we can adhere to. And then we will add now my next question is, do we do the inside? We're gonna do the bottom. I think we should do the bottom of this too. That way everything matches. Okay. We're going to go darker, I think, on this bottom, though. Oop, I kind of went up. Got a little aggressive right there. I might have to flip this over. But look how pretty that is. Kind of got messy with that mask. Let me make sure this back part is cleaned. I may have done the wrong side. Hang on, folks. Let me just clean my mask here. I think I used both sides. Bear with me. Hang on, you guys are watching me clean. Okay, let's try this again. You think we should go in yellow this time? Yellow or Secret C? Darling Duckling or Secret C? In the meantime, let me go ahead and Jenny is saying Darling Duckling. Patty's saying Secret C. Angelique's saying Secret C. Okay. Looks like the majority is saying Secret C. So we'll just go ahead. That way we match the envelope. Making sure that those are dark and bright up. There we go. There is the bottom of that. Look how pretty. Yay. Okay. And it all matches on the inside because we used the Secret C card base. Look how pretty that is. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. All about experimenting. Like I said, these masks you can use 1, 3, 5, 4, 2, however many you would like. And this is going to go right on the front. And then we will pick which. So here's our original. Now we're going to pick our circle or our oval. I know my shapes. So we have, let's bring in our pieces. I have die cut our flowers and our leaves. So we can either bring in Secret C or we have our Darling Duckling, or we just have our basic white. Patty thinks the white will make the flowers pop. Okay, let's do white. Since we did cloud cover on this one, we will do our white on this. So let's go ahead, and we have amazing sentiments on here, but we're going to use the Oh Joy one. Enjoy, not Oh Joy. Enjoy. I can read. And I just dropped all of my masks on the floor. Hold on just a second. There we go. I know, words. Words are hard sometimes. There we go. And what I did was I took my sprigs and they're going to go on the top of this. Let me just kind of flip this over because I'm just going to do a Stampin' Dimensional. That looks really pretty. I like that. And where are, here we go, my foam adhesive sheets. Excuse my arm, friends. I'm just going to come in here with my foam adhesive sheet and hold that down just like that. And that holds my sprigs in place. So we have our Enjoy just like that. And now we'll come in with some flowers. I cut out, I doubled up the flowers, which I'll probably do this time. I kind of feel like the Strawberry Slush and the Darling Duckling pops. But I also think that the white really pops. It doesn't pop on the white. Let's play with, we need ones that will pop. I kind of feel like the white doesn't pop because we have the white. Try a yellow and a slush for the one, and tiger for the other. Okay. So we have, kind of feel like the yellow needs to be on top. So we have Timid Tiger and our Darling Duckling and Darling Duckling and Slush. Okay, Sarah's saying flip. You guys like that? Let's see if we can bring that a little bit closer. I know that there's a delay. Okay, pretty. Okay. So what I did was I just added some liquid adhesive in the center for right now, just so I can lay that, center that, and just kind of twist it. And then that way it becomes the flower that looks like that. And then we have our yellow. I almost feel like we should kind of feel like our Darling Duckling needs to be behind on both. So right there in the center. And then I'm going to center that. Did I not do another? Okay, well, we're getting Timid Tiger and Strawberry Slush together. I thought I die cut out another Timid Tiger, but I guess, or another Darling Duckling, but I guess I didn't. So that is what we are getting. So I'm just going to come in here and add some glue to the petals. And then we will finish up with the In Color flat pearls. I love these embellishments. They really nailed it out of the park in the embellishments this time. I am an embellishment girly. I actually prefer embellishment over ribbon because you know me and bows. So let me see if I have my take your pick tool. You were somewhere. You're over here. Then I'm going to come in with a Strawberry Slush center on that one. And then we'll come in with a Darling Duckling center on that one. Oh, there's there's my flower. And you guys are saying it's on top of the card. I'm so sorry, you guys. Oh, well. There we have it. Absolutely love this. I'm so glad you guys are here with me. And here is our matching card. Our envelope. Apparently, I need to go back and go for a walk because words are apparently hard. There we have it, my friends. There is our project with our in color, playing with the linked together bundle. So I'd love to know in the chat, which one do you like? Do you like our strawberry slush that we made, or do you like the one that we created today? Love to know in the chat which one you like. And part B, what color is your favorite in color of the 2027 in colors? Mine is a tie between cloud cover and strawberry slush. Ooh, those colors are pretty together. Look how pretty that is. What I love about these colors is just like our 2024 to 2025 or 2024 to 2026 in colors, they all marry together. These do as well. I love every single one of these colors. Strawberry Slush is her fave and love both cards. Sarah says she's not a fan of the yellow, but she likes yellow. I know this yellow's got a little bit of a green undertone. It's a little different, but it's growing on me. Okay, Sarah's not a fan of the brighter colors. Sarah, are you more of a like muted color, or are you more like fall colors or pastels? That's okay. Everybody has their own preference on the colors. But these are fantastic. I love them. Well, that will do it for me today. But since we're on the topic of in colors, my friends, I wanted to let you know of a class that I just opened up this past week. It's an in color online card class. We are going to be creating 10 cards with matching envelopes. You're going to be receiving a full packet of the 6x6 in color designer paper. You'll be receiving 3 sets of blends, Timid Tiger, Strawberry Slush, and Darling Duckling. And as a free gift from me, you will be receiving the in color pearl flat dots. So this is open until May 4th. And it is $59 plus shipping and handling, and you receive all of the supplies to make the 10 cards. Plus, with the full pack of designer paper, you'll have plenty of leftover designer paper to make your own projects with. So if you need the details, they are currently on my blog at cardsbytlc.com. I believe it's the latest blog post on there from a few days ago, but that is my in color class, the 2025 in colors that we'll be playing with. And we will be featuring the Gallery Blooms bundle. So if you're a flower person, this is a great coloring. We're going to be coloring the flowers. And then the best part is you don't see a sentiment on here. That is because you can use any sentiment that you would like. So you get to choose your own sentiment, create a whole bunch of cards to have on hand. Like Patty was saying later, just kind of like have them on hand and then add your sentiment as you need them. So yes, Angelique has joined in on the fun. So glad you're able to join us. So if you would like to join this class, again, it is closing on May 4th. And it is featuring the Gallery Blooms bundle, and all of the details are on my blog post. I will also link it in the description box below of this video. So thank you all for joining me today. I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I am going to go out and enjoy some sunshine, go for a nice walk with my husband, and then I come back here to cut my previous class. So we are all set to go. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all next time for more creative fun. Bye, everyone.